the Drunken of the Sun, and this is Double Vision. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and of course here, YouTube. And last week, I told you and Tom that I wanted to talk about coronavirus and quarantine. Man, I never thought or imagined that we would be in this situation. Like, it's blowing my mind right now. Like, you don't sit at home and, like, you're thinking of stuff and be like, well, what happens if we have to quarantine, stay at home, or if there's a sickness that fucking goes over a planet and everybody gets freaked the fuck out. But we're here. This happened. Who knows how this all started? I've heard many different scenarios. I've heard China made it. I've heard U.S. made it. I've heard somebody ate a fucking raw bat. And I also heard that 5G Wi-Fi towers started. 5G Wi-Fi towers? How the fuck? Like, I understand the fact that a frequency might be able to give you symptoms. Or maybe even, like, some kind of disease or something. Because viruses and diseases are different. But 5G Wi-Fi tower signal isn't going to cause a virus. That's not going to happen. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, that is not a thing. Like, I don't know where it came from, and I'm just going to act like it's the Earth. I think it's the Earth trying to, like, help itself revive from all the fucking pollution that we fucking cause. First impression first. It's out of control. Like, the media has made us crazy about this. And I was Googling some facts yesterday that's going to put you in a better perspective. Alright, how many people are in the fucking world? 7.5 billion. How many cases of coronavirus are there right now? Just over 1 million. How many millions make a billion? 1,000. That means we're not even, coronavirus cases haven't even hit fucking a full percent of the world's population. And when I say cases, I just mean cases, not deaths. Deaths are way lower than cases. So, in my mind, and I've thought this from the very beginning, that the media has made this fucking blown way out of proportion. I get quarantine. I understand it. I'm not gonna bash it because we don't know this illness. This is new. Like, of course they want us to stay around so we don't spread it. I'm on board with that. But if they just let it go, I don't think it's gonna cause as many deaths as they think it's gonna cause. In that same instance, why don't we quarantine for the flu? Because there's more deaths so far per year caused by the flu than there has been coronavirus. And maybe that's because of quarantine. I don't know. But I feel like the media is like jamming it down our throats and making us fear shit. And it's not as scary as they're making it out to be. It's really not. So just calm down. But stay at home, calm down, don't spread it, and just chill the fuck out. Because it's not as big a deal as they're making it out to be. And if you can get time off because of it, do it. Stick it to the man because they're afraid. Like, fuck that shit, dude. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to be alright. It's not the end of the world. It's really not the end of the world. One thing I do have a question about, though, people, is what's with all the fucking toilet paper? I have not heard one report that says you're going to shit yourself to death if you have the coronavirus. What the fuck is that about? Stop buying all the toilet paper. I have a fun fact. You know how many rolls of toilet paper I had before quarantine? 8. You know how many rolls of toilet paper I still have? 4.5. People are going to be looking back and be like, well, I guess I don't have to buy toilet paper for like 5 years now because everybody's buying it. I don't understand it. What the fuck is that about? The only thing that I can think of is somebody from the hospital or something was like buying toilet paper because they heard quarantine was coming up. And then some other guy was like, hey, what's up with all the toilet paper? And they were like, well, quarantine's coming, I figured we'd stock up. And without any further explanation, this dude's like, we gotta get the toilet paper, go! And everybody else is seeing toilet paper, fucking go. Like, it's dumb. You don't need all that toilet paper. Why are you buying all the fucking toilet paper? I still have toilet paper, and I didn't buy it for quarantine. And I'm gonna have what toilet paper I have after quarantine. But shit, it's ridiculous. Just calm the fuck down. But you can calm the fuck down and stay inside. I'm not saying go out because, you know, we do have to protect people. And the next best thing to just letting it spread for the planet is quarantine. I've done this video like 3 times. And I've always been hung up on like, just let it happen. Just let it happen. And I ride that wagon until the end of the video. But you know what? I don't think just letting it happen would cause what I think it would. I say that for the planet and future generations. I look at this as like, well, if a lot of people die, then maybe we're going to cut down on like greenhouse gases and carbon and all that shit. And the world will be prolonged and we will have a more comfortable existence here on Earth. But the more I see and the more I learn, I don't think that many people's going to die. So the next best thing to that is quarantine. So if we're all staying inside, it's like a win-win. Like, there's so many wins to quarantine that people aren't looking at it. Like, look, if we stay inside, number one, we are cutting down on our pollution. We're letting the world get a breath of fresh air for once. Because we don't let it do that now. We're just doing shit all the fucking time. And polluting and everything. And if we just calm down, like, it's going to get a breath of fresh air. And who knows the ecological benefits of that. On top of that, imagine all the cool ideas that are going to come out of quarantine. Like, people sitting at home alone doing shit. Like, come on. Like, they're going to have these great ideas. They're going to, and the next thing you know, 6 months from now, a year from now, be like, well, we were sitting home at quarantine, and then bam! All these great ideas come out. I think that's going to be another amazing benefit. It's great for the world, the earth, less pollution. It's going to be great for inventors, great fucking ideas. Like, it's going to be amazing. Like, one thing that I don't like about this is the essential people. The jobs that think they're essential. Like, my job thinks it's essential, and I disagree totally. Like, I don't get it. Like, the only people that are essential right now, is places that sell food for us to buy and survive during this quarantine, and medical staff. Beyond that, fuck it. Fuck it. Shut it down. Shut it all down. It's not essential. But I'm just worried, though, at the same time. Because what are you going to do during quarantine? Well, I'll tell you what I've done. I've cut clip shows, I've cut double visions, and I've drank alcohol. So, what's another thing that people probably are going to do during quarantine? It's fuck. You got to be careful, people. We don't need another baby boom. The world's already at the end of its resources. We don't need a bunch of people fucking and popping out babies 9 months from now. That's just not, that's not cool. Like, you gotta calm that shit down. Like, I'm on board with fucking, but you gotta be safe. Don't be popping babies out 9 months from now, because that's just gonna hinder everything. And on top of all that, after all this going down, I really think that maybe, just maybe, it would be beneficial that if we do 1 to 2 quarantines a year. Like a month in the summer or spring, and a month in the fall or winter. 2 months out of the year be quarantined. I think that would be awesome for the planet. And amazing for shit that comes out. Like, people start getting creative, and it's going to be a double win. One for the world and one for people making shit up. And that's my view. Like, I'm not going to be all negative, and I'm not going to say, hey, just let it happen, because I understand that people have older relatives and they don't want them to get sick, and they don't want to infect people that have, like, you know, pre-existing conditions. They don't want people to die. So the next best thing to doing a Thanos snap is just staying inside and letting the earth recover. And maybe that's why it started anyways, because you know what? You never know. Anyways, that's my thoughts on quarantine and coronavirus. Remember to stay inside, keep people safe, and let the earth have a breath of fresh air. Stay creative, make a bunch of shit happen, and once quarantine's over, get back at it and make these dreams come true. Again, this was Joe from Drunken Take and my double vision on quarantine and coronavirus. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and of course right here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. I don't know what Tom's going to pick, but the next episode of Double Vision is Tom's take on quarantine and coronavirus. I'll leave you with those two words that I've always lived with. See ya.